Hey, this is Andrew Jones. You watch On Deck with Tyler.
Welcome into On Deck. I'm Tyler Redmond. As always, make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so that you can be notified every time I drop something new. A lot happened in yesterday's scrimmage with the Braves. They played against each other, but they competed like they were playing against a regular team, and it surely seemed that way. I hope you got a chance to tune in to the televised scrimmage yesterday. It was the first one of the season. They will have another one against the Marlins on the 21st, but this time they were playing against themselves. So first off, Christian Pache showed off his power. He hit a double off the wall, and he hit it off a major league pitcher on a major league slider, and they kept Pache at first for practice purposes. He stole a base later. He slid a little bit late, ended up jamming his foot or ankle, and there was a lot of worry here. He was down for a while. They brought out the cart. They thought he was going to have to be carted off. It wasn't nearly as serious as it originally seemed like it was going to be. It seemed like he needed the cart. He ended up walking off on his own power. Come to find out, he just jammed his ankle. So he is expected actually to be available today, surprisingly enough. So that's good news for those that are expecting to see him called up at some point this year, and hopefully we'll be able to see him sooner rather than later. Other news, Soroka had a clean 4 innings. He only gave up 4 hits in those 4 innings. His changeup looked really good. He pulled off a changeup against Marcell Ozuna, and Ozuna's reaction told the story. If you can go check that out, I suggest you do so. He got out of a jam. He struck Tyler Flowers out with the bases loaded. Soroka said that this felt like a real game, and more importantly, he said that his stuff feels better than ever. And according to Mark Bowman, it looks like Soroka's going to start opening day. There's not really any surprise there. But after that, it's going to be Fried, then Fultonevich, and then Newcomb. Soroka will likely face Jacob deGrom again in the Mets on opening day. So Ozzy Albies and Marcell Ozuna faced off against Soroka. They both had 2 hits against him. And I'm more excited to see Ozuna performing well here rather than Ozzy. Ozzy, it's not really a surprise that he got 2 hits, but Ozuna, if you don't remember in spring training, was like 2 for 24 at one point. And the Braves didn't really worry about it. You know, they said they thought he'd get into gear, and maybe, just maybe, this shutdown and pandemic and all, has worked to his benefit. Gave him some extra time to get his head right, gave him some extra time to get, his swing right, and it's working out for him. So the other thing that happened, Travis d'Arnaud hit his 2nd homer in a scrimmage scenario, and he's tearing it up in those scrimmages. That makes me excited a little bit that we got Travis d'Arnaud. Makes me excited for what he's going to do this year if he can keep it up, especially early on, to help the pitchers out, because we know the pitchers are going to be taking shorter stints on the mound. So if he can help those pitchers out with some good offense, that's definitely exciting. Johan Camargo also hit a homer off Tyler Matzik. I haven't talked much about Johan as of late, but remember how he slimmed down in spring training? He was also looking really good at the plate. He was 8 for 28 in spring training with a homer. But the Braves are still trying to find a place for sure that they're going to put Johan. He's battling it out for 3rd, possibly with Austin Riley. It's looking like more and more he's going to start the season at 3rd. But regardless, no matter where he's at, he's going to be a very important part of the roster this season. The Braves have 3 more intra-squad games this week. Tonight, Max Fried takes the mound. Chris Rusin, Bryce Wilson, Tucker Davison, and Jacob Webb are also expected to pitch. It is unknown who's going to start against Fried at this point, but it really doesn't matter. They're playing against themselves. As long as everybody kind of gets what they need out of these scrimmages, it's really all that matters. The game will not be televised like it was last night, but as always, check here at On Deck. Tomorrow I'll give you all the highlights that I can find. And the next time you can see the Braves in action is July 21st when they take on the Marlins in a preseason scrimmage, and we all know that's going to be fun to see. Of course, they take on the Mets on opening day. So stay tuned for all of that here at On Deck. I'll bring you every bit of highlights I can this week from all these scrimmages, tell you what I know, all the insider information, all that good stuff here. And as always, make sure you subscribe to On Deck so you can stay tuned with what's going on around Braves country. So that's going to do it here for today. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time on Deck.